Let's start to study data collection and research methodology. What is data collection? Data collection is a procedure in which there are certain possibilities which are wide and varied, with any one method of collection not inherently better than any other. Each has pros and cons that must be weighed up in view of a rich and complex context. Now, the data collection process. All methods, whatever the method you choose for collection, require rigorous and systematic design and execution that includes thorough planning, well-considered development, effective piloting, wave modification, deliberate implementation, execution, and appropriate management and analysis. Data collection includes number one, surveying involves gathering information from individuals using a questionnaire. Surveys can reach a large number of respondents, generate standardized, quantifiable empirical data, as well as some qualitative data, and offer confidently or anonymity. Designing survey instruments capable of generating credible data, however, can be difficult. Survey types can be descriptive or explanatory, involve entire population or samples of population, capture a movement or map trends, can be administered in a number of ways. Survey construction involve formulating questions and response categories, writing up background information and instruction, working through organizational length, determining layout and design. Now, interviewing is again a method of data collection. Interviewing involves asking respondents a series of open-ended questions. Interviews can generate both standardized quantifiable data and more in-depth qualitative data. However, the complexity of the people and the complexity of communication can create many opportunities for miscommunication and misinterpretations. Interview types. Interviews can range from formal to informal, structured to unstructured, and can be one-on-one or involve group or focus group interview. How to conduct interview? When conducting your interview, you will need to questions, prompt, and probe in ways that help you gather rich data. Actively listen and make sense of what is being said. Manage the overall process. Now, observation is a third method of data collection. Observation relies on the researcher's ability to gather data through their senses and allow the researchers to document actual behavior rather than responses related to behavior. However, the observed can act differently when surveilled and observed observations can be tainted by a researcher's worldview. Observation types. Observation can range from non-participant to participant, candid to covert, from structured to unstructured. The observation process. The observation process is sometimes treated casually, but is a method that needs to be treated as rigorously as any other. The process should include planning, observing, recording, reflecting, and authenticating. Experimentation is another method of data collection. Experimentation explores cause and effect relationship by manipulating independent variables in order to see if there is a corresponding effect on a dependent variable. Pure experimentation requires both controlled environment and the use of randomly assigned control group. This can be difficult to achieve in human-centered experiments conducted in the real world. What is real-world experiments? There are many experiments that can only be carried out in the messy, uncontrolled environments of the real world. So the search for cause and effect will require trade-offs between real-world context and a controlled environment. Questionnaire surveys includes mail and they include advantages, disadvantages, or sometimes online. Advantages, quick and easy to administer, can get a large amount of information in short time, allow the employee participation, does not require trained interviewer, relatively less expensive. There are certain disadvantages. They are quality of information related to the quality of the questionnaire. Must have high school reading and writing ability to complete one. Often needs follow-up interview or observation, may be difficult to construct, may have low response rate, responses may be incomplete, responses may be difficult to interpret, open-ended. Online surveys, the use of internet has made a huge difference to the way surveys are conducted and have become a science unto itself. It is quick to implement, lower cost, and but higher range. Another data collection method is face-to-face interview, most informative method of quality to data collection because the human interaction of face-to-face interview provides the opportunity to probe for insights and build on responses for greater value. Door to door, people are contacted at home and in person, abundant in developed due to high cost of transport staff. Street shopping mall intercepts popular of the method of the data collection. It is popular in developed economy. Some malls consider nuisance. Telephone interviews are less time consuming and less expensive, and the researcher has ready access to anyone on the planet who has a telephone. There are certain disadvantages, which are that the response rate is not as high as the face-to-face interview, but considerably higher than the mail questionnaire. The sample may be biased to the extent that people without homes are part of the population about whom the researcher wants to draw inferences. Web-based questionnaire. Web-based questionnaire, a new and inevitably growing methodology, is the use of internet-based research. This would mean receiving an email on which you would click on an address that would take you to a secure website to fill in questions. This type of research is often quicker and less detailed. Some disadvantages of this method include the exclusion of people who do not have a computer or unable to access a computer. Also, the validity of such surveys are in question, and people might be in a hurry to complete it and so might not give accurate responses. The last but not least, computer-assisted personal interviewing method, CAPI, short form, is a form of personal interviewing, but instead of completing a questionnaire, the interviewer brings along a laptop or handheld computer to enter the information directly into the database. This method saves time involved in processing the data, as well as saving the interviewer from carrying around hundreds of questions. However, this type of data collection method can be expensive to set up and requires the interviewers have computer and typing skills. That's all.